Okay, so to add parents to your Google Classroom or to invite them to be part of your Google Classroom, what you do is when you go into your Google Classroom, you have to click on People. Your students are all going to show up here. I added Sarah as my student. And then guardians are going to show up here. You do have to invite each guardian separately. So you have to type in their email address in order to invite them into your Google Classroom, which I know is a pain, but there is no way around that at this point in time. However, instead of you having to type in over 100 email addresses, if each one of your teammates just completed their home base students and typed in those guardian email addresses, if you are teachers on each other's Google Classroom, once one teacher invites the guardians, they are invited to all of the other Google Classrooms for that student that the teachers are shared on. You can always remove your teammates as teachers from your Google Classroom so they're not inundated with notifications from Google Classroom about posts and students turning in work and the like. But that would make this a lot easier as far as adding students or adding guardians to the student's Google Classroom. Now, what needs to happen next, which I will detail in my email to parents tomorrow, and try to explain this the best I can to them. And I probably will include a video on this as well, which you are all more than welcome to use if you would like to. Parents then have to go into their Google and they have to accept, or their, not their Google, but their email, sorry. And they have to accept the invitation. They do not need to have a Gmail account to do this. It can be any email account, but they have to accept the invitation. And what they are accepting then is they are accepting that they're going to get a summary of their students' performance through Google Classroom. And this screen, once they accept that, will pop up. And they get to choose how often they get an email summary from Google Classroom about their student. They can either get weekly summaries, which will come on Sundays, or they can get a daily summary, which will come every day. What the student summary will look like for parents is here. They will be notified of any missing work at the time the email will be sent automatically. You do not have to go in and click send an email or anything like that. It will do it automatically depending on how the parent has set up their account. So what the parent will get is this right here, a weekly summary, and it'll give the date. And it will say what is missing and when it was due, which is why it's important to put due dates on things, even if you're not having students, even if you're not penalizing students for turning in work late. If you do not give it a due date, it will not show that it is missing. If you are posting things in advance, it will give the parent a heads up as to what's happening. And back in when we're in regular school, this is helpful if you are giving a test or a quiz. You can put this as an announcement or a notification, and then the parents will get that. And then it will tell you what they did in the past. And these are all assignments that were completed and turned in. So they will see what is missing first, which I think is what we are all mostly concerned about there. Once they, and this is important, once they accept this invitation, and they set that up, okay, once they close out of this, it's gone. Like, I can't figure out how to get back in and look at that. I'm working on that, and once I figure that out, I can send another video explaining that. But this is really right now our best option to add parents to Google Classroom if it's something you are interested in doing.